What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? No, he doesn't even know what it's called.
You said that like it was like 6 at night.
Dude, I'm so tired.
It's hard to be alive.
Yes.
I don't like
there
it.
is that. But I was saying, because of the sleep thing.
Yeah.
I'm only getting 5 or 6 hours of sleep a night, and it's I know exactly when it started. I can pinpoint exactly what happened. I quit smoking weed.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Why'd you do that?
Because I was addicted to it.
Oh, really? I thought it was non-habit forming.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard.
Yep. That's the story.
Andrew Yang said it was non-habit forming.
Yes. Well, yeah, it turns out that no matter who you are, even if, you're a cuck like you and me,
we are
you're
cucks.
in a community that tells itself stories. And one of the stories that the coastal liberal elite, of which we are members.
Yeah.
It's funny to say you're a member of an elite, but
I have so many ants in my kitchen to be elite. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
coastal elite.
I kill so many roaches a day. And I'm real better than you with your guns or whatever
I have one genes.
Yeah, totally. I spend a lot of the day wiping.
I almost did a spit take through my nose.
I'm
Anything
doing
can be
a spit
habit
take
forming.
through my butt, right?
You know
now.
what's habit forming? Stretching.
Right.
And, sitting in the same chair. I realize this. I don't know if you have. I know you have a girlfriend. I'm in the habit of, see how we're sitting right now? This is how I sit with everyone I know and like.
Mm-hmm.
All my girlfriends are always on my left. And when I have a choice, I will sit you will be on my left most of the time. And if you think back, most of the time you're to the left. You know what I mean?
Oh, funny.
Isn't that interesting?
So what you're saying is that having a mental illness is habit forming.
Yes. And I guess I don't like people over here.
Yeah,
I don't
totally.
want somebody over there.
Well, are you left-handed or right-handed?
No, I didn't. None.
No. Oh,
none of
you
it.
don't have hands.
No.
Yeah.
No, there's not one that's better than the other.
Sure.
Yeah. Bad penmanship with both.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not doing a bit. This is true. You don't have a preferred hand?
What I did as a kid is I sucked at both, and they just said, you're right-handed. My brother was just left-handed because he was much better
What
with his
about when
left.
you throw a baseball?
Suck at it. There's nothing I can do good, so there's no way to tell.
No, but I suck at throwing a baseball, but I'm adept at doing it with my right hand comparatively. I can do the motion. I can hold it and I can whip my arm back and throw the ball, whereas I can't even do the motion with my left arm.
Right. Well, to me, arms are like, I put my phone in this pocket, and that's just so I know where it is.
The right pocket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
wait, hold on. Legitimately, forgive me, I'm so tired. But I'm going to be saying this the whole episode, making excuses for everything. No, truly, it actually is. I'm going to be honest with you. Because I'm tired, I'm sort of not entirely sold on really, really making fun of you yet. But were I more awake, right. I would be, I think, just sort of relentlessly roasting you right now, because it sounds like what you're telling me is that you're not right or left-handed. You don't have a hand that is at all. I mean, that we're all bad at everything. Everyone's
right.
bad at everything except for Tiger Woods and Bill Burr. Tiger Woods, Bill Burr, Maria Bamford, and Michelle Obama, and everybody else is bad at everything.
Well, I think it's just you put your keys in a certain place,
mm-hmm.
and you put certain things in your room so you can move around in the dark. And I guess I've just picked right because I'm like, well, now I'll know. It's easier to just have one. It's not like I'm better with my right hand than my left hand, though.
Right, but wow, interesting. Okay. But I'm trying to, because man, this is kind of blowing my fucking mind right now. I am flabbergasted because it's not like that you're good at it. At least from my perspective. Like it's not that I'm right-handed because I'm good at writing with my right hand. It's the one in which it feels natural. So I do it because it feels like that's the hand I move to do stuff. Whereas if I might even be just as equally bad, but if I'm writing with my left hand, it feels like someone else is doing it. It feels like a ghost is operating my arm. Like if I play soccer, I kick with my right foot.
I wonder if that's why they used to beat little left-handed kids. Because they were like, I know, I ride with my left, feels like a demon in there.
Isn't that fun?
Don't use that demon hand.
My Uncle John is left-handed, and they like, he went to Catholic school, and he's, 75 now, so he went to Catholic school in the, when was that, 1700s or something like that? And they would like hit.
Jesus was still alive back then.
Yeah, totally.
Damn.
Jesus was born in 1813. Everybody knows
That's what the Mormons think, right? Don't they think he's like not old?
Second Jesus or whatever.
Jesus 2.
Yeah. The guy from Prim. Jesus is from Prim. He was born in the 19th century.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, is your I thought that said Jesus for a second.
No, Asus. I have
Asus.
an Asus monitor. And you saw the logo. That's
the
right.
Antichrist.
Well, but yeah, so bringing it all the way back, weed, dude.
Marijuana.
For yes.
You're using its street name.
Street name. Oh, I see.
Commonly known on the street as weed.
Someone got real deep into marijuana when they're using the slang term for it. Wow. That's so
all
funny.
this slang.
Gee, where'd you learn that? Huh? Where'd you pick that up?
TikTok. Dave's on TikTok.
Fell in with the young crowd, calling it weed. No, I'm quit on weed like 5 weeks.
Wow. And now you can't sleep.
And I knew that it was. But here's the thing. First of all, it's definitely addictive. Of course, it's not physically addictive. You don't get it actually is in certain ways, but not in the ways that those drugs are, like hard drugs where you like see a baby crawling on the ceiling or whatever.
Yeah, train spotting.
Yeah, totally. And so like, yeah, if you, and I have smoked weed on and off my entire life and never had anything with this. And then I quit and I got really depressed. And then I got fucking really bad restless leg syndrome.
What? That's real?
Yeah. It's
Damn.
just like I was laying in bed and it's not like your legs shake. It's literally like my legs are in pain and the only way to stop them being in pain is to go for a walk. That's
wow, the walking blues.
Yeah.
That's what they used to call it.
Really?
No, I don't know.
I love it.
The walking blues.
The walking blues is
every disease used to have a fun name.
Yeah, totally. I know, dude. AIDS used to be called Action Bronson.
Let's rename AIDS.
Dude,
It's a new name.
Terrible episode that would be.
Isn't that funny that they used to actually call like clinical depression the blues?
Oh my God, that's true.
I got a little of the blues.
Right, and being schizophrenic was called being hysterical. Or whatever.
What's that song? Ain't no cure for the summertime blues. And he's like, I'm going to kill myself.
I have clinical depression.
It is so hot and I'm sad.
You remember when, like, in the late 90s, early 2000s, when at the very beginning, finally, 2,000 years after Jesus, we started to maybe think depression existed? And there were those ads. There were those ads for some depression medication. It might have been for Prozac. And it was animated. It was black and white animation, and there was just a circle. It was like a ball, and it was like slowly bouncing down, like through a field.
Yes, I remember this.
And it was like a sad
little ball.
And it was like, are you sad? You might have depression. Some sadness is a disease, or whatever. And then it would like take the pill, and then it was like a bouncy ball. I love that, like, literally the year, like, 2004 or whatever that was.
Yeah.
We didn't have the language to describe depression in people, so we were like, okay, this ball is sad. And we're like, okay. And
like full-grown adults. Oh, if a ball can be sad, wait a minute. And the ball takes a pill, and then it's a happy ball.
Okay.
It's like got your nose for people
Yeah.
learning.
So wait, depression is like if sadness was a cold? But yeah, dude, I got restless legs and I couldn't sleep because
Oh man.
I didn't see it coming. The reason I quit, dude, was I realized I smoked every day for 10 years.
Whoa.
Because I didn't do it socially because it causes me panic attacks.
Right.
I do this signal when I talk about panic. Well, just on YouTube, huh?
Panic attack. Yeah, YouTube is the place to watch.
Yeah, I move my arms and stuff. It's crazy.
Hell yeah.
But I used it to help me sleep. And one would think that would be a symptom of this, right? But yeah, dude. So like that first 3 weeks I couldn't sleep. That made sense. Restless legs made it worse. I was so depressed and angry and anxious all the time. And then I started to have like muscle problems and I got like really fucking terrible headaches.
What?
And there was another one that I'm forgetting. And I texted Deborah DiGiovanni, who quit smoking weed like 3 or 4 years ago. And she said, "Oh yeah, Dave, literally all those things are symptoms of quitting weed. Everyone lies about weed. Marijuana has withdrawal symptoms." I just think that most people don't smoke it every single day for 10 years and then quit. Because it is innocuous and you can do everything and live with it and it's like perfectly fine and generally.
Yeah, you can have withdrawal symptoms from anything, like even things you didn't like. You move out of your parents' house. Good, be glad I'm gone. Then you'll have a little. It's gonna be weird.
Oh, yeah.
Your body's gonna have to get used to a new thing.
Right.
So yeah,
Totally.
I'm sure it does. Have you considered drinking every day?
And I have been.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's great. Can't sleep.
Ryan O'Flanagan. I remember somebody had a viral tweet where they're like, it was like a week into COVID, and someone was like, "I feel so bad for people locked down who are drinking every day. I hope they're fine." And O'Flanagan quote tweeted it and said, "We're fine."
Wow. That's so funny.
Oh, I think some tweets really stick with you. It's a horrible curse plague of a website that has ruined everything. But boy, there's a few good ones out there.
I mean, jokes are fun.
Yeah, I know.
And that medium is it's like it's a writing medium. And so if you do the medium right, like really right, it can be very good. Totally. I'm trying to think of what some of my favorites were. Because I used to go on there for jokes. It used to be like
too.
all
It used to be a
jokes.
fun place. Now I only look at cats. I literally have I look at cats, and I look at one called Wholesome Memes, and it's like memes that are very like fun, like cats being proud of each other. Like
Right.
I only have positive Twitter now because I can't deal with it. But
dude.
yeah, Sean Patton has one of my favorites. I think about it every time I have a beer. Where he goes, a lot of people don't know this. IPA stands for it's pale ale. And it's like just a fun little cute thing
Dude.
I use it in bars. I always give him credit, but I always go, "Oh, this stands for it's pale ale." And they always laugh and I go, "Sean Patton's joke," but I like saying it.
That's what the type of joke that I think is the best on Twitter. A joke that is like playing with your mind a little. Like, wait, is this like the dumbest thing ever that wouldn't necessarily be funny?
Right.
Except it's so stupid. Dude, Harris Whittles, who
Funny guy.
maybe the funniest ever. It's so fucking shitty that he's gone.
I know.
I was looking through his tweets the day he died or the day after or whatever, and he had this tweet that was honestly one of his least liked tweets.
Whoa.
And I had to walk away. I was laughing so hard and come back to it. And it just said, all it said was more like Scare Witch Project. And I just
That's great.
man, fuck, dude.
Scare Witch.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that. Like that's let's get old Twitter back, Let's get that old Twitter back.
Dude, that Twitter got toxic. I hadn't thought about this till this exact moment, and honestly, remind me, I think I'm going to talk about this on stage. We all wonder if the internet's toxic and bad because Twitter has helped some people, but you know what is actually it's helped a lot of people. It's helped some groups that otherwise had no voice to connect and hold some people accountable, truly. And then it's ruined a lot of other people's lives.
Yeah.
And I think that it's definitely shitty now because Round Animals deleted their account.
Oh, I think what year was this?
I don't know, but Round Animals was the only reason that I would go to Twitter for a good while.
Wow, yeah. Was
They're
it
on
Round Boys?
Round Boys.
Round Boys, yes.
At Round Boys. And now Round Animals is only on Instagram. But could you imagine running the Round Animals account and being like, I can't do this anymore?
Yeah, and you're getting like negative feedback. People are like, look at this fat bitch. And you're like, no.
Yeah, totally.
Come on.
You know, I know a thing or two about that seal.
That looks like a pretty racist dog. Like, what? Yeah, that's it.
So funny. Yeah. I was actually in a writer's room with that guinea pig.
Yeah, you know that round dolphin is a rapist. And you're like, yeah, I guess all animals are. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's probably honestly Trump. I feel like it was fun before he announced, and then everything just went the whole world. Except that night, Ted Cruz on 9/11 when he liked a porn tweet accidentally. That was a very fun time. Both sides really had fun that night. Yeah, there's a few glimmers every once in a while now, but boy, please keep going to Twitter for our tweets. We love it. Just only look at Round Boys, places where cats shouldn't be, and our accounts, because we tweet some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I do. I tweet out about this show, and then I say what day is it?
What day is it?
And
That's a lot of fun.
Whole deal.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Hey, welcome to What's It Called?
Hey, good. How you doing? Smoke some weed.
Smoke weed.
And then quit.
10 years from now. Do it every day, then quit, and call me. You know? Because I got some fucking advice.
Yeah, look out.
I'm Dave Ross.
I'm Caleb Sinan.
I'm at Dave the Ross on Twitter. He's at Dumb Caleb on
At
Twitter.
Dumb Caleb.
Since we're talking about it.
Yeah.
We're taking a little break for it for this month, the month of July, because we're both out traveling.
Traveling
But in August,
beautiful.
we'll be back to tweeting out what we're going to rename that week, and you can join in. And God, it's so fun when you do that.
Yeah, it really brings a smile to my face, and it makes Twitter fun again. Make Twitter fun again.
Yeah.
I love it.
It is fucked up. We all talk about it all the time, and you know what? It's just so hard to put your finger on. I think it's Trump. I think it's also because of the good things. Because it you know, everyone shits on, well, not everyone, but a lot of people shit on cancel culture, and the obvious positive of it is that it exists. I'm not saying anything you don't know.
Right.
We're holding people accountable for shit. They should be.
But it doesn't make me sad all day.
But that's the thing, is that like when we haven't been doing it for long enough, I don't think.
Right.
For people to understand that like all of the language surrounding it, when not applied to the serious stuff, is also really scary and creates like people who
Right.
It allows for people who want to hurt others inside of this like idea of taking care of each other, and working through that is painful, is I think what's happening.
Yeah, and I'm a little white boy from Georgia. I remember being 10, and I would say 1 in 10 thoughts I had was racist.
Right.
At least ignorant racist. Like I didn't know nothing, but it's like I'm glad I couldn't tweet when I was 10. Wouldn't have been good.
Dude.
Wouldn't have been good.
Okay. First of all, I just want to say thank you for listening to the show. And you out there listening to the show, could you please start a Twitter account called 10-Year-Old Caleb? And I want to be very clear about something. I didn't say that because he said 1 in 10 thoughts as a 10-year-old in Georgia were racist. I do not want anything problematic, racist, weird, indicative of that time.
Yeah.
It's not about that. I just want to know what innocent thoughts 10-year-old Caleb was thinking. You know what I mean?
Well, okay. When I was 10, the president was Bill Clinton, I'm pretty sure. And people just openly called him the first black president.
Yes.
White people were doing it. Black people were doing it.
Right.
It was like the headlines of papers.
Right.
We were just all pretending this white guy was black.
Totally.
I'm still not quite sure why.
It was crazy.
But it was a wild time. Nothing was quite right yet.
No, allowing for people to grow from their past of like just living in that world would be really nice. That is absolutely what sucks about Twitter.
Yeah.
Just like someone having had a set of fucking... It's tough because it's tough to talk about because we're two white dudes.
Yeah.
And when you start to say it's okay to have said a racist joke, then it's like, well, I don't even actually know if I am the one who is allowed to make that fucking decision. So I shut up. But the reality is the world was like that. And everyone was alive back then. And people did some stupid shit where they didn't understand what was going on. And if a person is trying to get better, tried to understand, learned, isn't living in that world anymore, ceased doing those racist things, all of it never meant it that way in the first place. Just like, give them a shot. Give them a shot at possibly being a grown, better, non-racist person.
Yes. Do like similar to, you got to be able to like grow your team. It's like, I want people to come over to our team and be a little more woke on stuff and be more accepting and progressive and tolerant. But once you get them on your team, you can't go get mad when they weren't.
I mean, what's the point of teaching people wokeness?
Yeah.
If you don't care that they're trying to be woke now.
Right.
Like if they, Guy Branum had a great tweet about this, and this is true. And I think actually, like, this is also a big problem of what's happening now is that, like, people in their early 20s and teens don't remember a time where everyone was always calling each other gay slurs.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really big one.
Like,
and I'm ashamed of that time. In high school, including me, we all threw it around a lot, and I'm fucking sorry. I hate it.
Yeah.
I did. I got called those slurs a lot. I called my friends them a lot. It sucks.
Yeah, my gay friends called me it.
Yeah.
And then they still call me it.
Right.
But everyone else stopped.
Right.
But it's like everyone said it all the time. It was really a weird thing.
And I didn't think anything of it because everyone said it all the fucking time. And I also didn't know any gay people. And also, I can fully tell you, never was it ever hateful ever. And had I encountered a gay person, I would have been mortified immediately at the reality of the fact that I had casually said that word. I
was very short back then. I was like 3 feet tall. And the tall people said, here's the curse words.
Right.
It's fuck, shit, GD. I'm not even going to say GD. You got to figure out GD. But don't you even think GD. And then that one, they would just go, nah, that one's cool.
Right.
And they were taller than me. I believed them.
Dude, there are still people that feel that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll also say this. Here's another thing that I'm ashamed of that I don't like. And it comes from a specific thing. I would say, like, way more than I said it, I got called it. I got called gay slurs a lot. I got called gay. Everyone swore I was gay in high school. I have jokes about that. And then there was, like, a time in my 20s where I was, like, jokingly saying it ironically with my other friends who got bullied and called gay a lot.
Right.
Because it felt like I was owning it. And it felt like, well, I got called this thing that was used like vitriol against me. And so I'm sort of, like, satirizing American macho culture by being like, I'm playing this character. Not all the time, but every now and I would make jokes and with my friends and always in context, but I did it or context I felt, and I'm sure other people would disagree. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, dude,
I'm just saying that's all true about me, and I like.
But you're not that way anymore. So
I'm not that way anymore, and I never hated anyone, and I hate it.
This sounds like you're about to announce you're running for mayor.
And I am, of West Hollywood. No, I know. Well, I get really nervous talking about it because I get scared that I'm sounding like I'm a person who's okay with any slur, and I'm not.
Well, it's like pretending you never shit in your pants. It's like we all. I guarantee if you're me and Dave's age in the 90s, you took a shit in your pants a couple times. But you have to stop. And I think, think about this. Louis C.K. Said it. He said gay slurs in that 2007 special like 35, 40 times. Yeah. And he got canceled for not that.
Right.
He got canceled for a whole other thing. No one cared. He was on the cover of Time. No, I've never seen anybody be like, should Louis keep it?
It's also just like, man, one thing that I've seen a bunch of times, I've seen when someone gets called out for a racist, particularly when it's like a tweet that was intended to be a racist joke. It was supposed to be an ironic racist joke.
Right, right.
I see people say that's not funny because it's punching down, and totally. But sometimes people will use an example that I never say anything because it's not productive for me to include this. But they'll be like, that's punching down. A racist joke is punching down. George Carlin said it's not funny ever if you punch down. And he did say that. But George Carlin also called Richard Pryor the N-word on HBO in one of his hours.
Yeah.
Which is indefensible.
Yeah.
But, like, it was a different time. Clear, like, this shit is fucking complicated.
It is complicated.
And again, it's not defensible, but you're like using an example of a guy who you're saying wouldn't be okay with a racist joke, who made a huge, awful one.
Right. And it's like George Carlin was a genius, but he was still a white guy born in the 30s.
Right. Right. Totally.
And he was as good as you can be if you're that.
Right.
If you're a white guy with the 30s, he was as woke as you can possibly be and be a comedian born then. So, hey, you know, you gotta,
It's sort of like it's probably good. Like in the grand scheme of things, it's probably good that young people, like having not grown up in a world in a high school where gay slurs were getting tossed around. It's probably good. First of all, that's just good that's done. That's really fucking good for everybody.
Yeah.
It's also probably good that having not had that experience, they're like screaming at us about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck is wrong with all you people?
Right.
You know what I mean? But,
dude, it's like if we want people to listen to our podcast and you start listening, you're like, hey, I just found out about your podcast. Then we're like, why the fuck didn't you listen to it before, though?
But that was the next thing I was going to say, which is that, like, there is... Guy Branum wrote this tweet that I think about a lot, where he was just like... He was like, all you people trying to cancel people for being hateful were all saying the F word 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I don't know.
It happens.
But I don't know. It's fucked up and it's hard.
You got to grow. You got to learn. And, you know.
If you're queer and you're listening to us straight white guys talking about this and it feels weird, I'm sorry. I just want to say that.
Yeah, I know.
Because,
I mean,
like,
it's.
Because, yeah, I'm sure it. As much as I got called a gay slur a lot in high school, there's no way it hit me as hard as a queer person.
No, not at all.
And so it's just tough. We're just saying, like, if people are trying to be better, let them grow. I'm not saying it's not painful and shitty and awful, and I'm not saying it's at all okay to say those words.
Yeah, you got to, you know, it's, you got to learn. And I think pretty much now it's like, you know how, what is it, Dick Cheney was like against.
Who is that?
Remember Dick?
Who is that?
He stopped being against gay marriage because of his daughter who was gay. And I was just like, why don't you do it with the rest of your wrong things?
Yeah.
Do you have to know, like, if your daughter was Muslim, would you be like, whoa? Can't you just go ahead and pretend a lot of people are your daughter?
Dick Cheney in Baghdad, like picking up missile fragments. Like, I take it back.
Wow. Didn't know my daughter was Muslim. So just do that with everything. And, you know, if you have a gay friend, you'll probably stop saying fucked up, horrible shit. You know, just broaden your, you know, if you're listening, you probably already, there's no way you could stand this podcast and all the cuck boy stuff we say.
Well, I think we're all on the same page.
I think so too. Hopefully we made that fun and interesting.
I hope so.
I think so.
Yeah. And inclusive and understanding of, I just want people to feel like we care for them, whoever they are, because that's how I feel. And I think that's actually why I feel this way, is that my empathy and my desire for everyone to feel safe and taken care of, every member of every race, ethnicity, gender, sexuality, any group, I want them to feel safe, welcome, and included. That empathy extends to people who fucked up in the past and want to be better.
Yeah.
That's all. And when I look at people not, like, allowing people to apologize and move forward is when I'm like, man, fuck that.
Yeah. Well, the whole reason I'm on the team now is because of very nice people who were forgiving and were like, "Hey, man, glad to have you."
Totally.
And now I can help bring the same people across the bridge. Like, "Hey, I used to think that. Here's why I think this now." And it's like, you need people like that on your team. You need people who used to be little sinful, hateful shits. You need them on your team.
I mean, it's just crazy to think that you didn't have to experience any life at all.
Right.
You weren't born knowing everything. And sadly, some people are born into an environment that was ignorant in one way or another, and they got to fucking learn. And I'm one of them. You know, I mean, I'm mostly perfect. You know, in almost every way. Yeah, but
I'm gonna post just that clip.
I'm mostly perfect in almost every way, and just put only that up.
I'm gonna have it echoing like a Lou Gehrig.
I don't know. I voted for Jill Stein, and
I think it was good. I hope she runs again.
Oh man.
So this is what's it called, and you know what?
Yeah.
We're gonna rename all the slurs.
Oh, no.
We would never do that. Just don't say them, and don't say them.
That is the other thing too. Like,
Yeah.
man, it's also funny to like. I mean, I guess I shouldn't compare. It doesn't matter. But like, I really not long ago, like a few years ago, I was on the road, and just you forget being inside of our like comedian bubble on Twitter where everyone is like actively holding each other accountable.
Yeah.
That there's like real bad people out there. And I was just like at a comedy show, or no, I like met up with an old friend and he brought a friend. And we were just talking and this guy just starts saying stuff.
Oh boy.
And I'm not even going to say what it was.
I know what stuff is.
Yeah, it was the stuff.
It was the
all
stuff.
the bad stuff. And I was just like, and I like could barely talk. I was like, oh, this is a real guy.
Yeah.
Who thought that he was safe with me. And I was just like, I'm going to fucking leave, man.
Yeah.
And I left.
Yeah, you can't have that.
Was like, he's cool. And I was like, no, he's not.
No, you just know him.
I don't talk to that friend anymore either.
Yeah, you can't be saying
stuff.
And look, not that even what we're saying, even when me and Dave were ignorant and saying things we shouldn't have been saying, we were still like open and we weren't like proud, like, you know what I mean? It was like we were open to learning. I'm amazed at people who are just like, yep, I'm 40. I say what I said when I was 8 years old.
Right.
Have not changed my opinion of anything I've seen. And it's just like,
especially, man, there are so many
so
things
proud
now,
of
like, we're in danger of this becoming like a very political episode. But so I'm going to say this real quickly. It's like, especially with COVID and the pandemic, it's become so obvious that things are like really fucked. Like, the machine that is our country that claims to be the greatest thing ever didn't help people. Even at a basic level, you have to think that. Whether you think the reason is because like masks are a conspiracy or what, which I obviously think is insane, or you think like the government just didn't do its job and pay us to stay home and so everyone could eat and not become homeless. You know what I mean? Like people, like the economy fucking tanked. People lost jobs. It was fucking really hard on everybody. So like how can you just think you should keep doing the same shit you did 20 years ago?
Right.
In general.
Yeah,
it's
ever. Doesn't work with phones.
Like,
doesn't work with nothing.
We can at least agree on like this sucks, right?
Yes. It does suck. You know what I was thinking about while I was taking a shower this morning was, you know how everyone went a little nuts in the past year?
Yeah.
Like the whole world. It's the only thing the whole world had to do.
Yeah.
You know who else went nuts? Therapists.
Oh, sure.
No one didn't go nuts. So you're going to like a kooky doctor now who you're like, what should I do? And he's like, you know what? And you're like, oh no. Dude, you were locked in. My therapist was also locked in his house for a year.
Numerous times during the pandemic, and I'm not kidding, my therapist at the end of a session said, so I'm taking the next 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
And I would be like, what?
Well, then all they're doing is Zooming with people with mental illnesses.
Totally.
They didn't get to interact with anyone who wasn't mentally ill, including them. So they're just like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck. Totally. That had to be so hard on them and hard on everybody. So now I just think everyone's and we already had the Trump insanity. If you like him or hated him, you went a little nuts too, just over him. So now everybody's a little crazy.
Still liking him. I really can't put it together, man.
It's tough.
I can't. I can imagine being duped at the beginning. I can imagine. I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like I don't know.
I didn't like him at all.
No. You know what I realized?
I didn't like him in The Little Rascals.
I I have hated him for my entire life.
Yeah.
One of the first, because I don't think being rich is awesome. And I certainly don't think being flagrant with your money is awesome. And I don't think being a fucking douchebag is cool.
No.
And I don't think having like a gold car is cool or whatever the fuck. And so I just don't give a shit about these like flashy rich motherfuckers. And that's what he was. And then he was a reality TV show host. And then he was like a psycho president.
Yeah.
Who like sowed hate and all this shit. And I just man, there's probably someone I've hated longer than him, but not many. Because he's been famous my whole life.
Yeah, the whole time. It's weird. It's weird that he was famous for just being rich.
Weird.
Isn't that weird? Like
that was a funny thing about the 90s, I think. Remember lifestyles of the rich and famous? Yeah. And
people would be like, it was like, Donald Trump's getting a divorce. You're like, what? Why? Who? He's a rich man in New York. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's this rich guy. Why are we? He built a house.
He looks like a snowman
What?
stuck in a box.
Yeah. Why are we talking? Why? Like, people get so mad about the Kardashians. Like, why are they famous? It's like, why did he start?
Totally.
Even? It's so bizarre to me.
The Kardashians, at least there's like something. Like the dad was O.J. Simpson's lawyer, and then there was a sex tape. Like those two things.
And Kylie, she's got some lip liner.
Well, sure, there's stuff now. They got a whole.
They got some stuff. They got some shirts.
But yeah, Donald Trump. It's like, who is this guy? I remember being a kid, being like, who is that?
Yeah,
who is this?
Right, and the only answer was someone had told them. They're like, "Oh, I thought the same thing. Someone told me that's Donald Trump."
It's Donald Trump.
Well, why are any of us? Why?
He's got a silver couch, so everybody loves him. He owns a lot of watches.
I wonder if when he was having a rough year, if he bought a silver couch instead of a gold couch. Like he's looking at he can't have one made of plush.
And it's in he keeps it in his gold shed as a reminder. Don't fuck up. You'll be back to silver again.
Hell yeah. This is a very political episode, but
really
this is what's it called.
Yes.
We're feeling a little, well, none of us got sleep last night, but we love you. And that was still pretty funny.
I hope so.
That was fun. So thanks for sticking with us.
We do try to steer away from politics, not because, we clearly have all sorts of feelings on it, but it just feels covered.
Yeah, we covered the hell out of that.
Well, sure, but I mean by everyone else, the rest of the time.
Yeah, people that read books and know stuff. But that's how I
felt.
felt.
I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. What's it called? .rodeo is our website. There's links to all our shit there, our YouTube page and shit like that. Our Patreon is patreon.com/what's it called. There's bonus episodes on there.
So many.
Of our podcast called What's in There. This week, we're finding out what's in my butt. And what's in there next week, we're finding out what's in Caleb's butt.
That's right. And these aren't even jokes.
Yeah, no, we're gonna
That's
look.
Right.
We're gonna look in there.
We're gonna.
And I'm gonna look in both.
Oh hell yeah!
Caleb's.
That's
not
why you got
to
to get the YouTube.
Yeah, totally. That's why we talked about politics for 15 minutes straight, so we could segue harshly into talking about how I'm gonna.
What's in my butt?
Hold an eyeglass up to Caleb's butthole.
Hell yeah! It's gonna be called Jeweler's Loop, and check it out. The grossest word that's not gross, but is now.
Oh man! And we're gonna look in there, and we're gonna find a silver couch.
Those that sit on silver couches shouldn't take a shit. You know what they say. That's what I say.
We actually this episode we're nearing the end of July.
That's right.
I'm almost back, dude.
Me too.
Man, I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
I mean,
we will wait. We will wait. We will wait.
We are about to wait.
But you ain't gonna miss a week, listener.
I will be. It will be a can't wait situation.
Hell yeah.
But at the time that this episode is coming out,
Hell yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be jumping at the gun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
I can't wait.
Yeah, dude, August is gonna be fun. And if you're listening to this, then I believe it'll be next week, July 25th. I'm in Pensacola, Florida.
Hell yeah.
Down in Florida. Come see me. If you can't see me, don't worry. I got some more shows in Florida at the end of the year, and I'm doing the High Plains Comedy Festival in September.
Nice.
In Denver. Savage Henry Comedy Festival in Northern California in October, and then more shit in the South and Midwest in October. And that's all on my website, davetotheross.com.
Hell yeah, that's right. I think my album will be out by then. It's called it'll be called Funny for a Man.
Oh, what's the date?
Right, July something.
Oh.
So it'll be out by then. I got to look at that email again. I'm very bad at show business, but get the album, buy it, tell a friend some shit.
Yeah.
It'll be very nice. And it'll be my birthday on July 19th. So for my birthday, you could just buy it and get it.
Yeah, buy it.
That'll be fun. Remember that album? Remember that? Get an album.
July 19th is your birthday? Mm-hmm. I think this episode, is dropping on your birthday.
Whoa.
I think it's your birthday, man.
Dude.
Happy birthday.
I feel so old.
Wow. You are.
I'm an old man. It is my birthday.
Are you 30?
Yes.
Wow.
30. But I've been saying it I never told anyone I was 29. I just said at 30. I went right from 28 to 30 so I wouldn't have to have that day when I'm 30.
Well, what are you going to do for your 30th birthday?
I don't know. Probably like a show. Probably
Sure.
like a show here in LA, someplace.
Nice.
That'll be fun.
Well, fuck. I'm sorry I missed it, man.
I know. Dude, you should have.
I know, I'm a piece of shit.
Dude.
Man.
Troy bombed.
Yeah, I know. He
I'm
always
not going to book
does.
him.
Yeah, good. You should cancel
I know. He's
your
gone.
podcast.
I will.
Um,
Hell yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
But yeah, those are all my announcements. Which one are we renaming? Shawshank?
Shawshank Redemption.
Ooh,
Dude, let's do
one
it.
of the best movies of all time.
It really is so good.
Love it so much. Always makes me feel good. It lifts me up when I'm feeling down. Inspires me without a sound. I love it. I've loved it since the first time I saw it. It always hits me. I think some people find it saccharine.
I don't.
I don't find it
hits,
to be.
It like tugs on my heartstrings in the exact right way. It feels real.
Yeah,
I love
and it's
it.
classic Stephen King. Just a great adaptation, great directorial debut from Frank
It was written
Darabont.
by Stephen King. I forgot.
Yeah, and I think it's a great adapted script, great direction, great cinematography, amazing music from Thomas Newman. I just love this movie. I love how fascinating they can make like 2.5 hours in jail.
I know.
Be.
Fun fact about the movie: from 1999 to 2003, The Shawshank Redemption was the sole reason why TNT existed.
I agree. It was always on TNT. They'd be like, "We know Shawshank."
Yeah, we know.
It was always on TNT. That's the first time I saw it was on TNT.
Shawshank Redemption, 2 episodes of Law and Order, and then repeat. And that was the whole channel.
And turns out that they made $1 billion off that.
Yeah, totally.
I think for several years in a row, it was the most rented movie
Really?
in the world.
Whoa.
People just rented the hell out of it, which makes sense, in the 90s that you're like feeling down. You're like, I'm going to rent Shawshank again. Because I think people would rent it multiple times, and it was always on TV, but somehow you just still wanted it. I've bought it on DVD. I've bought it on iTunes. I'll always, it's like that Gary Goldman bit where he's like, get busy. I will buy Shawshank if it's under $20.
Oh, wow. Funny.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah,
Great
I own
movie.
it on DVD, and I don't
yeah.
have a DVD player.
No, who needs them?
My new apartment, I'm going to nail it to the wall. I don't give a fuck, dude. Yeah.
That's making a statement. I live here and I'm nailing Shawshank to the wall.
And nothing else. So I live here. This is my place forever.
Yeah.
And also, I don't want to decorate. I just want you to know I like this DVD. Also, the DVD is covering up the hole that I leave the building through.
I have a Shawshank poster in my room, and I think about it all the time if I could dig through.
Yeah,
It'd
totally.
be fun.
Do you have a Shawshank poster in your room?
I really do.
Yeah, you should dig a hole behind it and keep your other posters there.
Oh, man, that's
Man,
fun.
every time I look at a poster, I'm like, what's back there?
What is back there? I hope, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen
Oh, we're
Shawshank,
about to spoil this old movie.
look out. It's really good. So if you have not seen it,
just watch
it's
it.
very good. You should probably not have even clicked on this episode. 'Cause
Watch
we're going to spoil it.
Yeah.
It's very good. Check it out right now. If you don't have it or you don't have access to it, we'll mail you Dave's DVD.
It's called Shake Shack Redemption.
Shake Shack Ababzab. Check it out.
And it's about a cheeseburger that
Man, I'm so hungry.
is framed for having an eating disorder. I'm trying to make it. Dude,
So-
what if a cheeseburger had an eating disorder itself? Huh?
Oh, man.
What would it do?
Dude, what would a cheeseburger eat this bad for it?
Totally.
Ooh, cigarettes. Just chewing cigarettes.
Yeah.
So Shawshank is one of the best movies. It's number one on IMDb. It's classic, almost universal good reviews. But it does have a bad name.
Yes.
I think we can all agree. I'm not trying to talk shit, but
it does have a bad
that's
name.
not a great name for a blockbuster.
Shawshank is the name of the prison.
Yes.
And so you can see why it's called the Shawshank Redemption. But it just sounds cheesy as hell.
Right. Why would you
not
name
punchy.
it like I just watched Heat again the other day, and I love Heat. I think Heat is one of the best 90s movies. But Heat isn't called like it's not called El Segundo Interesting Hat. You know what I mean? You're like, why? Or talking to
Totally.
your wife in Southern California.
You know what Shawshank Redemption should be called? The Rock.
Right.
The Rock
Jail.
is like an objectively worse movie than Shawshank Redemption. And
Much
don't get me wrong,
worse.
I fucking love The Rock.
Also love The
It's
Rock.
a lot of fun. But yeah, it's not called Alcatraz. Let's get in there.
Yeah. It's just a horrible. So these are the formula names I've written, which are similar to the Joe Biden names, where I'm just like, you couldn't, like, it almost sounds like you're trying to get no one to get in line for this. It seems horrible for the marquee and not fun. So here are the names I wrote as that are similar. The Fiddle Faddle Meditation.
Oh, nice.
The Hobble Bottom Philosophy.
Oh, wow. That actually sounds good.
The Sniggle Fritz Conundrum.
Huh.
The Hoobastank Chronicles.
Whoa, that sounds like the worst movie of all time. Just like, we made this movie, and the reason is you.
And the reason is you.
Do you remember that song?
I do. The reason is yo. I got the Chumbawamba Scientist.
Wow.
I got the Apple Fritter Holocaust.
Oh, wow. That
The
sounds interesting.
Copper Pot Solution.
Actually, these are good.
The Hudsucker Proxy.
Hey, man, hold
It's
on.
an actual movie.
Just hold on a minute. Now, hold on. I love the Hudsucker Proxy.
I've never seen it.
Oh, man, but it does have a similar name to Shawshank
Just a
Redemption.
terrible, terrible name.
The Hudsucker Proxy, luckily, though, the name sort of fits it because it's like a wacky-ass Coen Brothers movie.
Yeah, it looks wacky.
It
looks real wacky.
about the guy that invented the hula hoop.
Really? That's what it's about?
Sort of.
So it's not called hula hoop.
I
They would call it
mean-
hula hoop now.
I mean, no, the name fits. You should see it. It's weird. It's
Okay.
crazy. It's a good
I do
movie.
like the Coen brothers.
Yeah.
And I wrote a bunch of these names that aren't the formula names. So I wrote bank fraud.
Wait, so what are you saying? You're saying that those ones that you just said are like similarly bad names.
Right, that are just like a
Okay.
long, stupid. The first word's silly and the second word's smart.
Right. And these next ones are ones that you actually think it should be called?
Bank fraud. It could be called.
Okay.
It could be called
Bank fraud.
a very long ad for hammers,
Wow, funny.
which is a spoiler. Get out.
Oh, sure.
Not bad. Really good. Gone Andy Gone. We got sex, lies, and videotape.
Hey.
Everything could be called that.
Sure.
Behind porn.
Okay.
It's another spoiler.
Behind. Oh, yeah.
Because
yeah,
he's
yeah,
got
yeah,
the,
yeah.
you know,
Right.
and he lets him. And I got Andy's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, and fixing a hole where the rain gets in.
Whoa. That's really good, dude.
Pretty good.
Fixing a hole where the rain gets in. I like a lot.
Yeah.
Like an actual good name.
Yeah, that's better than Shawshank Redemption, and it's like arguably my favorite movie. But you got to be honest when a name sucks.
I got a bunch too. Here's my first one.
Hell yeah,
Prison Friends.
that's the best one so far. Prison Friends.
I got
and I
another
want to
one.
see it like with the Friends font.
Yeah.
Prison Friends.
Absolutely. It actually, but it is in the Friends font, but prison is in the Friends font.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And prison has the same amount of letters as Friends.
See?
See?
This is the winner. Please
seen-
Photoshop us a Prison Friends.
That's the thing. You've never seen Andy Dufresne and Monica in the same room at the same time, have you? Okay, here's another one. Friends in Prison. All right, I got another one. In prison, You make friends.
You did write a bunch. You wrote a bunch.
Okay, no, I have some more for real. Big Trouble in Little Prison. Library time.
Library time. There is a lot of time spent.
It's all about the
reading
fucking
books.
library. Yeah, or
a lot of
listening to
library
music
time.
in the library. It's so funny.
It's a good 30 minutes of that movie is they're reading books and listening to music.
Beer on the roof. Friends on the roof. Prison beer, roof friends.
Prison beer. I love it.
Oh, man. Washing the roof, drinking beer, having friends.
Honestly, I think Prison Wine is not a bad name. I'd watch a movie called Prison Wine.
Yeah. I'm ad-libbing some of these because, honestly, all of these are better than Shawshank Redemption. And it is, when I was coming up with names for it, it's really funny because, like, it's one of the reasons it's a great movie is that there are, like, 30 iconic scenes in it.
Yeah.
There are, like that beer on the roof scene.
Amazing.
Truly tugs on your heartstrings in, like, a really great way.
Every parole monologue.
Yeah.
You know, dude, it's all closers. It's like Goodfellas.
Yeah, it's all closers.
Every scene's great.
Totally.
They're all good.
Here's another name that would for sure work. Jokes at Lunch. Some of my favorite part of the movie is when just like the 4 or 6 of them are sitting there joking around at the
Yeah, and it's surprisingly funny for how dark that movie is.
Totally.
Yeah.
You could call it The Big Tree. I got some other ones in that realm.
The Big Tree.
The Box Under the Tree. Get in the car, find the box.
Find the box. I mean, honestly, I'm now like, if this was a Netflix movie, I bet they'd call it like Sowataneo.
Yeah, totally.
Or or Those Two Singing Girls.
Mexico, here I come.
Oh, Mexico, here I come. Oh.
Okay, here. What if we called it Cheaters?
A Marriage Story.
Suicide Buddies.
I like that. That's pretty good.
Whole Man.
Oh, man. I think Whole Man and Prison Friends are my 2 faves so far.
Dude, yeah, Whole Man. Just in
Whole
general,
Man.
it's like a really funny name for a movie.
No, I like Whole Man.
Andy Dufresne, the Whole Man. Wet Shit Pipe Dude.
Wet Shit Pipe Dude. Man, these are great.
Oh, man. Let's see. Fight the Warden. Okay, I have only 3 left written down.
Oh, shit.
Poster Child.
Oh, whoa, okay. Okay. Poster Child, I could see.
Yeah. Wall Digger.
Wall Digger.
Just the worst name ever.
Oh, boy.
And here is what I think it should have been called, and honestly, I think it's the funniest one. A Difficult Time.
That's what it would be called. This if that came out in 2020 or 2021, A Difficult Time.
A difficult decade. A decade to remember. If you seen the movie, it's just sort
they
of
really
like the
would
most
call it a
fucked
difficult
up
time.
life.
It is a
ever
hard
this guy
life.
has.
And he stays
Totally.
positive somehow.
Totally. Also, yeah. And Brooks Hatlin
Yeah.
says goodbye. That's no good.
That's a great scene, though.
Oh man, Brooks
good
was
scene.
here.
Yeah,
Good.
every scene is good. They're all
Every
good.
scene is good.
Check it out. Rewatch it.
It's so fucking good. All right, should we
Oh, yeah, the tweets.
read some tweets?
Hell yeah. Thanks for tweeting at us, folks.
Thanks for the tweets.
We love the tweets. They make us happy. They do it. Hey. Yeah, so we got a lot of good responses on this one.
Jesus Christ.
Uh-oh.
At I8 Paste says, dirty shoes along a Hershey highway.
So does that mean...
Yeah.
Does that mean...
It means a few things, I think.
I
think he's referring to the shit pipe
Right.
that he climbed out of.
In the dirty shoes.
But yeah, I think it also could have referred to prison
That's...
sex.
Well, yeah, well, to me,
Yes.
I'm like, that's almost a sneak preview of our what's in there.
Yes.
What's in my butt is
Chocolate.
chocolate.
Chocolate bars unopened. We don't get the joke. We don't realize that shit.
So
and
milk lemonade round the corner.
There's fudge in my
Dirty
butt.
shoes.
So what you're saying is that if I poop hard enough, then a full package of Hershey's will come out. In what way is there chocolate in my butt?
That would be like how Ben Shapiro would react to it. There's no evidence there's Hershey's anywhere. Milk lemonade.
I
You can make a reasonable assumption about what a Hershey Highway would be.
I have not found any milk, or lemonade inside of the front of my body.
This is another attempt at the left to tell your kids that there's milk around and milk. What about with men? Milk. There is no milk with a male breast.
Oh, shit. Shots fired, man. Get ready for this. At Sphincter says, extremely okay and incredibly, why is this everybody's favorite movie?
Get the fuck. Who said this? Who said this?
It was actually Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Well, I accept it.
Fine.
This one's great. At KissyBoy69, which, first of all,
Great handle.
what the fuck? So good. KissyBoy69 says, prison ain't so bad. That's one of the weird messages of the movie. Like,
prison ain't so bad.
if you just lie to the warden, he'll build you a library. And, I really don't think so.
Yeah. If you got a corrupt warden, you can bleed him dry.
At Blake Vapes says, Dufresne's Day Off.
That's very good.
That's
is
so
very good.
At MJ Kitzman, friend of the show, Fast Times at Shawshank High. Oh, this one's great.
They are fast times.
At Casey Scott Rocks says, Stir Crazy 2.
Oh, shit, that's my buddy Casey.
Oh, shit.
Casey Andrews. Love you, buddy. It's Stir Crazy too. That's perfect.
At Around the Weird says, Prison Days. But D-A-Z-E. Oh, wow. At Isidal Sue, Rain Porn.
Rain porn.
Oh,
it really
man.
is, though. I'm overcome with joy when he's in the rain.
Oh, dude,
that is
this one is
soul porn.
Great. David Tweedy, or is it Twitey?
Twitey.
I said it wrong, which sucks. David, I'm so sorry.
I love you, David.
Because I love you, and you're very funny, and I know you, and I can't believe I'm pronouncing your fucking name maybe wrong.
You know what a lot of hosts do when they introduce me? They don't know how to say sign-in.
That's exactly why. I've
So
heard
they
people
just
both.
they say Caleb weird, too. They go, everybody give it up for Caleb Sonner! And so it just, if you say all the words weird.
Right. But anyway, David Tweedy, or Twitey, at TVEITE. This one's so good. Mr. Math Boy goes to prison. Look him up and follow him. He's a really funny comic.
Oh, Mr. Math Boy.
At Seth Mills, Highfalutin and the Roof Tar Boys. Wow, that's great.
That would be a band name in the 50s, though.
Oh, here we go. At John Eats Dogs, TNT movie. Oh, dude, another Seth Mills one. This might be my favorite. Jailin' Around.
Whoa, that's so good. I'm like,
so funny.
Some of these are so good that I'm like, that really should be the name. Jailing around.
Oh, Mike Carosa jumping in with friggin' nerd helps cops. Wow.
Friggin' nerd.
At Weston Woe says, The Idiot's Guide to Crawling Through Sewers. Wow, this is fucking... Okay, just a few more. This one's from Billy Bonnell, another
Love Billy.
comedian.
Very
so
funny.
He says, Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption. What a dumbass.
That gets the Norm Macdonald Award for the punchline is the same as the setup.
Well, don't speak so soon because Kyle Ayers says Morgan Jailedman. God damn it.
Kyle.
Super funny comic. Follow him.
Ever since he got that new brain, let me tell you.
All right, we're doing just two more. Loki Hates You says Shankers. That's so funny.
Shankers.
And at Luke Does Stuff, who is Luke Schwartz. He's fucking
Love
follow
Luke
him.
Schwartz.
He's so
bro.
funny. And he calls it the Brown Mile. Good stuff.
That's great. Dude, Shankers would be, if it was an HBO series, it would be called Shankers.
Oh,
it would come on after Ballers and before
Yeah.
Murder.
And that's it, dude. That's it.
Dude, what a week. Thank you so much. That was so fun. Just having fun with the best movie ever. Whoever said it's not can go fucking right off.
Yeah, go fucking
You can go
right.
fucking right off.
You listen to me.
You listen to
Why don't you
me,
take your
you
thinking
fuck.
and you go over there instead. with your brain.
You can fly a kite in the lake and fucking die.
Yeah. I hope you take a short walk off a long pier. And what I mean by that is, I'll meet you at the middle of that long pier.
What do they say?
Don't fall.
Die on a pier.
Do not die, please. But also, I want
That should be Shawshank's name.
Do not
die, please. Don't you go dying on me.
Just because you got framed for murder doesn't mean you should die. The movie.
Damn, it's that. Now I just want to watch the movie. That's what we're gonna do right now.
They should make a Shawshank 2, and it should be a rom-com. You know,
It's just them two in Mexico dating again.
each other. God, that would be great. With just the update is they're old as shit, and they're just like, we're in love, man. Fuck it. I don't care.
I hope so.
We're in this tiny town. We cleaned a dirty boat. Every now and then someone shows up. We take them out fishing. Then we're like, we're in love. And they're like, well, it's 1970, so we don't understand that yet.
Let's write Shawshank too.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's so funny.
That's
dude.
a good idea. That'll be our bonus episode.
Wow.
We'll read it with Kyle Ayers.
And it's, what would Shawshank 2 be called? The Shawshank Ultimatum.
The Shawshank Ultimatum. That's not far off.
Man, the Shawshank Identity.
The Rock's in it.
Yeah, Shawshank Days of Future Past.
Oh, I hate Days of Future Past. It's the worst title.
Such a terrible fucking name.
We're going to rename that soon. So
I
just
do
wait.
love fucking doing that to Shawshank, though. Shawshank 2, Cruise Control.
Two Shaw, two Shank.
Yes! There it fucking is.
Whoa!
Hell
Good
yeah.
episode.
Shawshank 33 and a third. Hell yeah. Y'all are the fucking best ever. Woo! Thanks for listening to this political week.
Sorry, sorry about all the politics.
Yeah,
but-
I mean, I hope it was at least interesting.
Yeah,
and,
we're having some feelings.
Nice for you to hear, but also I'm aware that this that's not really what we normally do.
Yeah.
So I hope you got some sillies in there too. Woo! And if you want more of us, we're getting real stupid on the Patreon this week. It's what's
Real
in there.
dumb. What's
and we're
in there?
finding out what's in my butt.
And what's in my butt?
And I'll give you only one clue. It's not going to be shit. Yeah.
I can't even give you mine was shit.
Yeah.
So
It's a DVD copy of The Mask.
that's in every butt.
Patreon.com/what's it called. If you want more of us, I'm at Dave to the Ross on all the things. He's at Dumb Caleb on Twitter and at Caleb Simon on Instagram.
That's right.
And our website is whatsitcalled.rodeo. Like and share and review and
Yes,
tell your
please
friends
tell
and spread the
people
word,
we're working hard and having fun and starting a movement and we're silly billies and it's
Yeah.
a good day.
And we just love you.
Good night.
Bye.
What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? Oh, he doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called? What's it called?
What's It Called is produced by Hold the Phone Comedy. HoldThePhone.tv. Yeah.